All right, Katoni Staggs is full of confidence with his new look halves as the Broncos head into the Battle of Brisbane.
You know, obviously Suncorp is our home, and it's been our home for a while now, and it will always be our home. They're just obviously a team that's from over in Redcliffe ways there, and they just come over to play on the same field.
You still think you can win a competition, though still in half?
100% I do, yeah. Got no doubt. You know, obviously it is a massive blow when you do lose your two main halves, but, you know, that's why we've got depth here, and we can put players in there to play them positions, and, you know, it's a team sport, so it's just not them two that are playing the game. So 17 boys on the field, and I'm looking forward to it.
It's just a team from Redcliffe that come over and play on the same field. If that hasn't lit the fuse for the rivalry, I don't know what will. I'm sure Redcliffe wouldn't be happy with that. The Dolphins?
If South and Roosters are fighting over a field, so Redcliffe would have played at that ground before the Broncos. Right, they're 75 years old. It was Lang Park. They would have won grand finals there. It is the home of the Broncos. I know it's the home of the Broncos, but I think they both have a right to play there somehow. But I love it.
Could I say I love the pettiness? The only time they're called Redcliffe is the week they play the Broncos. Because the Broncos do it so they can diminish Redcliffe as a little area in the peninsula, and the Broncos are the whole city. And I love it. I'm here for it. South should just start calling them Easts. That's a brilliant part. It's a proper rivalry, Gordy, and it's only 3 years old.
Yeah. Well, 75 years for the Dolphins.
All right, 2 injured players in the spine, but Dave, you think other clubs have had it worse or just as bad?
I just think the Broncos, and I love what Katoni Staggs said there.
Why did you say Crimea River this
Well,
week?
I did say Crimea River because you need to get through adversity, Braith, to win premierships, right? We're talking about Ezra Mam, who's played 10 games all year for the Broncos. They've got to this point in time with Ezra Mam playing 10 games. Selwyn Cobbo's been shopped and let go by the Broncos. That's how much they think of him.
Good point.
Right? And granted, Adam Reynolds, no doubt. Yeah. Huge blow, get it. However, they do have a decent replacement in Ben Hunt, right? Who knows how to play big games.
I think you've been a bit harsh. Like, Adam Reynolds is a great player.
Good player.
Ezra Mam has been their best player since returning and turned their season around. They're worth 1.5 combined. You add Cobbo, they're over $2 million. That any team who cops that in the halves, that's a big loss, and it's a lot more severe than I think you're suggesting, in my opinion.
This is the Brisbane Broncos, Braith.
Yeah, I know.
This is a nursery of talent that has over 70,000 junior league participants in their nursery. They have the ability to cover depth, right? More so, they have more third-party deals than anyone.
Okay.
They have.
So who's covering them?
Well, Ben Hunt's not a bad replacement.
So do you think Ben Hunt's in the top halves in this competition at the moment?
Well,
he's at the back end of his career. You're talking about...
Hey, I didn't sign him for 2 years. They did.
Yeah,
they
not
believed
on
in
big
him.
money, yes, but
they believed in him.
Yeah, but not on big money. Like
He was $1 million halfback.
What did he sign
at
for?
the Dragons.
Mid fives.
Yeah. And then you've got...
There's the problem there.
So you're writing off Reece Walsh, Pat Carrigan, Payne Haas, Katoni Staggs,
I think you underestimate
Shibasaki.
the impact of those key players being out.
I'm rating the lineup. Right?
So you think they shouldn't be affected by them two missing?
They'll be affected, I get it, right? But not tear up your grand final
Two halves
tickets.
at the same time, the same week, same play, they won't be there for 4 weeks minimum.
Well, you don't rate Ben Hunt then?
I don't not rate him. He's just not in the same calibre as them two, in my opinion. Do you think he is?
No, he's not in their
Yeah,
calibre,
that's my point.
Right?
They're going to have to take a big hit here.
He's a state of origin player, Ben Hunt.
Yeah, exactly. He's an origin player. They'll be able to hold
starting 7 origin player.
Braith, with that roster, they should be. What you think they should be tearing up their grand final tickets?
You think?
I just think you got to cut a bit of slack.
Cowboys.
I think it's a bit harsh.
If they don't make the finals or if they go out the back door, it's not because of what happens from here forward. It's because they failed from round one. When I say failed, they didn't do enough between round one and now. They shouldn't be in a situation with the full strength lineup where they're fighting for their lives. That's the problem. From this point on,
that's a fact.
It's pretty hard, I would imagine, to change. Poor Billy Walters has been superb off the bench, and that's something they now lose. His X factor off the bench, off the back of Payne Haas' second stint, because he's got to play number 6. He'll do a very good job there, but they're strengthening weakening a strength to strengthen a weakness.
That's right.
So,
and you're not disrespecting Hunt and Walters, but they are not the same calibre
Understand.
as Reynolds, not even close. Reynolds and
But
me.
they're handy replacements.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean that they shouldn't lose their way a little bit or struggle the next few weeks.
Well, they can't
Two
complain.
key players.
They can't complain this week because Redcliffe are missing Farnworth, Plath, Flegler, Gilbert, Saifidi, Corfusi, although that's self-inflicted, Mola. And they've had players out all year, and they're in
Absolutely.
the same fight that the Broncos have had.
Yep, all right.